Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's kind of cliche to say that, but you have to start somewhere. So my name is Devadev Sujith. I am a software engineer who recently graduated from NIT Trichy, and by recently I mean around 2 to 3 months back. So currently I am working as a software developer at Wells Fargo. I'm about to start working. I have a couple of weeks more before I join. Right now I am you know I was having a lot of free time to decide on what next and what to add to my next list. Right, if that makes any sense. So obviously, I woke up in the morning today, and this is not scripted or anything, by the way. Like, this is just completely off the top of my head. If you see me looking at the screen, that is because I have my trading screen open right here. That's because of that. So, right, and my room is a mess. You would have just seen some of the boxes which I just moved because I just moved from college again 3 months back, and I didn't bother to clean my room. Anyways, so 1 minute. Yeah. So as I was saying, so I'm a software engineer. I am also aspiring to become a day trader. I have been trying out this entire trading journey, stock market investing. Stock market investing, I have been doing it like SIPs, mutual funds, and everything. I've been doing it since the last probably around 2 to 3 years, 3 years. But day trading, and particularly crypto trading and as well as option trading in Indian stock market, I started it around roughly a year back. And I have had my fair share of ups and downs, and it's been a crazy journey. And it's only recently, maybe like 2 to 3 months back, that I started really getting the knack of it, and I started to break even after recovering from most of my losses, and I started to make a little bit of profits on top. So I have been thinking for a while now that maybe it's time to start documenting my journey. So this entire reason why I'm finally starting my YouTube channel is because I really want to document my journey. So, I'm doing a couple of things right now. I'm upskilling myself almost every single day. I try to read a couple of pages of the book. I am trying to get into fitness, but again, it goes up and down. But regardless of that, something that I'm very serious on is obviously my programming skills. And right now, I am revising some of my. So I just finished a revision of my entire Python full stack development. So I just wanted to be industry ready once before I actually joined the industry. And apart from that, I'm also trying to brush up some of my web development skills as well. And obviously a little bit of data structures and algorithm, because that's what got most of us into the jobs, and it's very crucial, as you would be knowing. Anyways, and on side of that, something that I'm focusing almost every single day is trading. So particularly, I'm doing a little bit of crypto trading, right? That too, like Bitcoin futures and perpetuals and Bitcoin, etc., etc. So today, I wanted to start out with some video, and again, I do not have any niche. Like, there is no script, there is no idea, there is no roadmap upon what I'm gonna do. Hell, even like I just wore the shirt and no haircut, no beard cut, nothing. I just came and sat, and I thought it should be as authentic and as natural as possible because, again, the whole reason is, number one, I want to document my entire journey. I don't know, maybe 5 years from now, hopefully when I get somewhere that I, aspire to be, this will be something that I can really look back and be grateful to. And at the same time, I hope I can inspire a couple of the young people who are similar to me, who are similar. I wouldn't say any genius or any, extraordinary people or anything, like people who really dream really big and really want to make it really huge in their life. But, they just need some push or some inspiration that comes from watching someone else do it. And I personally, every single day, I scroll infinitely. I scroll through Insta and YouTube, like, and for all these motivation clips and whatnot, because I see them and I feel like this is who I want to be as well someday. And I am reading a book currently. I don't know if I have. Okay, I have the book right there. So it's the compound effect. Some of you might know. So the book basically talks about how very little, additions make a huge change in your life, right? So that is, and again, that is some philosophy that I am trying to incorporate into my life, because the small choices that we make today is potentially gonna lead us to some exponential growth in the future. But we have to get started somewhere, and it doesn't matter where we start. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just picked up my phone camera right here. I have my laptop screen right here, and I just started recording. So, and I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. I don't know anything. I'm starting completely from scratch, and I'm documenting everything, and we'll just see how it goes. As a 22-year-old who's starting off his YouTube career, I wouldn't call it career because it's just a passion. So it's something that has always fascinated me and a field that I always wanted to get into. All right. So before going any further, so basically today my agenda for today is to show a live trade. It's not live because this video is not live, but I'll be taking you through. I'll be recording my screen right now. Let me just start the recording and start speaking. All right. So as you can see right here on my laptop screen, this is Bitcoin versus USD dollar. So obviously today is Sunday, right? So you're not gonna be able to trade on any of the other forex pairs because the markets are closed, as you would be knowing from here. It is Sunday, right? Yeah. So today we'll be hopefully taking a trade in Bitcoin. I'm seeing a little bit of volatility right now as I was recording the video. This was not planned. On the screen, you can see a trade that I took in the morning over here. It did, I think I made a small profit. I mean, a decent profit for my daily target, like around 10,000-15,000 rupees, which is very decent. Over here now, the trade that I haven't planned any trade yet. I just want to take you through probably the way how, currently with my nearly a year of experience, how does my trading thought process work and how does my analysis work and all those. I just want to take you through that. So potentially, I mean, hopefully someone else who's watching this, if they have any better ideas, you can drop a comment in the comment section and tell me, brother, instead of doing this, if you do that, you'll have better results and so on. You can help me out. And if you're someone who's starting out, if you're someone who, if you're in the position where I was a year back, then you can watch this video to take some inspiration in order to actually get started. And that might help you in your journey as well. Pardon my voice, it's kind of, I don't know. So anyway, there's no gimmicks, there's no, not trying to really make a big deal about this, because this is, again, I have no clue what I'm doing in the YouTube recording part, but let's just see if being authentic really helps or not. So I just need to get started somewhere, right? So I'll start the analysis right now. So if you're looking at my screen, the chart that you're looking at obviously is a Bitcoin versus USD. It is in, let me see. Yeah. So it is in the 5-minute chart, 5-minute candlestick chart is what you're viewing right now. In order to, before we make an analysis, so it was in a sideways market for some time now. As you can see, it was from this range to this range. It was playing around somewhere over there, and it has just broken past, and it has somewhat given us something of a breakout. But the breakout, we are seeing a liquidity. I would like to call it a liquidity sweep, but essentially we are seeing a pullback that is occurring over here in the 5-minute chart. Before we go, in order to analyze the trend, so one of the things that, in the strategies that I developed, what I do most of the time is, first I go to the higher time frames. And you can see this in any of the couple of videos that I come. I'll try to teach this, like whatever I have learned so far. I'm not saying I'm a professional or an extreme high-level trader. I'm just trying to teach whatever I know. So from my experience, as you can see right here, if I go to the 1-hour chart, so yeah, the market is trading somewhere in this range, right? So I don't know how many of you follow the news or if you follow the markets. Um, I think 2 days back, it was really good to be in the Bitcoin market. And I made an insane amount of profit during this spike right here. Oh, this was really like, I kind of regret not making the video back then, but yeah, whatever. I woke up today with the idea of YouTube channel, so it wasn't there on my mind that day. If I did, I would have probably recorded this if I was on the live stream that time. That would have been an amazing trade to show you guys. Anyways, because it moved like from around 110,000 ish to 119,000 ish on the peak top. That's around 9 to 10,000 points movement, and you could make a lot of money. And it has been congested in that zone for a couple of weeks before that. So I was expecting that trade, and I did catch that trade. Unfortunately, I cannot show you right now. Unfortunately, I couldn't record it live. Anyways, so as you can see, even right now, after that entire bull run we saw, the new all-time high in Bitcoin, the market has been trading in this range right here, right? It has been consolidated somewhere over here. Not consolidated, but yeah, it's somewhere in the sense. So there hasn't been a breakout further than this. So it is a sideways market right now. So we cannot essentially say anything as of where the market is going to go, because we cannot take unless and until like there is one point. So if the market breaks out from here, and if it goes further up, if it gives a potential indication to us that it's a confirmed breakout, a real breakout and not a fake one, then we can go for a breakout strategy and hopefully hold if there's a good momentum and have a very good trade. But maybe it's kind of unlikely for that to happen because it just came to all-time new high. So we have to wait and see. We cannot really say anything about that as of now. Otherwise, we have to wait for the market to come all the way down till here and break down this support level so that we can get some shorting opportunity, which is a trade that we can hold potentially. But anyways, this isn't the 1 hour chart that I'm showing you. I don't think, okay, I'm sorry if the hourly, the time frame is not being visible in the recording. But if not, I'll just still vocalize it to you. So this is the 1 hour chart, as I was saying. So on the 1 hour chart, the market is playing within this range right here. Okay. Now I'll take the market. I'm going to the 15-minute candle. So now in the 15-minute chart, what you can see is clearly it had seen it was congested in this region for a while, and it took a slight breakdown, went to the supply zone. This was a supply zone. So all of the people who were there just closed all their positions, and the market value is again coming back down. So as you can see now, this red candle is forming, and whatever bull it got, it is pulling back. So the pullback is occurring right here. So it's best not to take a trade right now. We can take a trade if you want, a very short scalping trade if it takes a support from EMA. For that, we'll have to go to the 5-minute candle. In the 5-minute candle, as you can see, it has this candle right now is breaking the support of the EMA. So I'm using two EMAs, by the way. The yellow one is a 9 EMA, exponential moving average, and the blue one is 15 EMA. So it's like it's sort of like if you have heard of the moving average crossover strategy, you could call it that. But I combine the 9 and 15 EMAs for that place, and I combine it with price action strategy, trend line, support resistance, and price action mostly, because you might see a lot of traders using MACD, RSI, stochastics, and all sorts of other indicators, lacking indicators, and all the other leading indicators and everything. Right? I mean, I have done that too in my initial 1 or 2 months. But then I figured it out that what best works for me, as me personally, is price action strategy, along with really analyzing the EMAs and how the supply and demand zones. Those are the most important, at least in my aspect. So here, as you can see, it is taking support even on the 5 minutes. So it almost broke it, but let's see if we'll wait for this candle to close. This 5-minute candle. If it closes below the EMA and when the next candle opens, then mostly we might be able to scalp a little bit downwards. But again, my suggestion would be you should always follow the trend, because you might have heard of the cliche term that trend is your friend, right? And that is very true as well when it comes to trading. The reason is because why trend is your friend? Because see, assume it like this. Like, let's say if the ocean, just imagine the ocean, it's having some huge current waves taking you somewhere. Like, wait, before we go there, I think, if the ocean is like going in a one direction, let's say it's going towards, very simple terms, going towards the right. And if you are trying to swim towards the left, you're essentially trying to beat against the current. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if you're trying to go against the trend, against the current flow, it's going to be very difficult for you to make profits, right? It's going to be very difficult for you to survive. But if you follow the trend, even with very minimal efforts, you can go in the direction of the market. So if the market is on an overall uptrend, try to go for trends that take you on the upside direction, on long positions, because you're more likely to make profits in those regions. Otherwise, if the market is on a downtrend, then you can go for short, because you might have more probability to make more profits when you're short selling. And right now, Bitcoin, obviously in the last 3 days, it has had an uptrend. So on a macroscopic on a macroscopic level, we are having a serious uptrend over here. And so it does make sense to go for a buying trend, which is what I did in the morning as well. If you can see over here, I did a long position. It's not very huge trend, just around 200 points I captured, which was actually decent for my morning goals. But again, that was in the direction of the trend, so it made sense. So right now, if you're gonna take a trade against the direction of the trend, it's going to be slightly difficult, but at the same time, it's a little risky as well, because making profits in those markets is sometimes a little bit complicated, and you might make more losses than otherwise. Okay, so this candle right here, as you can see, the 5-minute candle has closed below the EMA, and the second candle that opened, I think, is taking resistance from the EMAs, which means it has a very strong candle with an indication of sell. It shows that there are very high chances that the market can go down now. And down in the sense, not so much, but yeah, within this range, that's the maximum it's going to go, unless there is some other. So I think this is a very good place to enter. So if you're entering, I would say I usually go with 500 lots. It's going to be a very scalping, okay, very short trade. I'm entering right here. I'm selling. Yeah. So, oh, sorry. This is not lots. This is in Bitcoin. So I'll go for 0.5 Bitcoins. And now as soon as it's taking support resistance from the EMA, I'm going to sell there. And let's just wait for this candle to close maybe, because it looks a little bit volatile. So if you're entering this trade, it's going to be slightly risky. So I suggest we go for a scalping technique. We call it scalping in the trading terminology. Most of you might be aware. Scalping means we basically focus on capturing very small points. Right. I think I'm going to sell it and go for a tight stop loss, so I don't incur much loss anyways. Right. There are chances it might go up though. Wait, so I'm not selling it yet. Let's just see. Because it seems to be, this zone is also a very important zone. This is an important zone. This is also a very important zone. This is clearly a supply zone. People are selling, so the prices will come down and the market will fall down most of the time from here, unless it's a breakout trend. Whereas the EMAs generally on EMAs we get to observe. It's an important point. It can either be support if you're coming from the top, or if you're coming from the bottom, then it can be resistance as in the ceiling level. So we need to be slightly careful when you take trades over there, because if the yellow line, right, which is the 9 EMA, if it crosses below the blue line, which is the 15 EMA, then there is a crossover, and we can call it a 9-15 EMA crossover strategy. In that case, we can go for a short selling trade, because we will have a little bit of confirmation that if it comes to the very good closing candle, then with a red candle, then we can say that it is a short. But right now, we cannot be for sure. Again, we never jump into trades. I know I have been analyzing for way too long now, but the reason why we don't jump into trades is because it's very important before you place any trades, right? Because see, if you simply just place buy and sell orders, you're just gambling in the market, and there are more probability for you to go wrong there, obviously. Whereas if you want to make profits in the market, you have to, okay, all right, it's taking, I think this is a buy. Sweet. Second candle is actually coming little slightly above. It's taking support on, let's see, it's kind of dangerous right now to get into the trade, so I would suggest not. We wait, because we don't want to risk our capital at all. We have to, whenever we take trades, we have to be very, very careful about where we place our orders. So we'll basically wait for the right indication before we jump into any trade. Moreover, if we jump in this trade right now, still we can capture around 300 points up to this, and my stop loss would be right below this candle if it's a buy trade, because it has been coming as an uptrend till here. But the thing is, there was a strong pullback from the supply zone, so we need to consider this, like, since it's sort of in the sideways direction, we cannot be off, we cannot give complete confirmation, but most likely it could also be a liquidity sweep, right? They're just trying to stop loss hunt all of the other people and then go in our desired direction. So we just have to wait and get confirmation about which direction it's gonna go, and only then we place a trade. So let's wait until then. I'll just check the 1 minute chart. Okay, in 1 minute chart, it was trading below the EMA for a while, and I would call. Okay, so this is a very tricky market. Unfortunately for me, the very day I open my YouTube channel, I get the trickiest market. So that's all right. In 1 minute, we are having a crossover. This looks like a good candle and it's taking support. This closing is kind of fine. Although the wick is kind of equal length on both sides, so you have to be a little bit careful on that. I generally don't take trades on the 1 minute candle in Bitcoin. The reason is because the patterns I don't observe very right, even though it shows that it's above, sometimes it goes below and it gets a little bit tricky. Whereas 5 minute chart generally serves me like much better. Anyways, okay, here it seems to be going up. Let's just wait for it. If you're taking a, wait, let me check the 5 minute chart. Okay, in the 5 minute chart, this candle is going up right now. I think it does. We can go for a very short scalp out here with a tight stop loss. All right. Right. Let me just check the 15 minute. Okay, 15 minutes clearly in the uptrend. Okay, I'm gonna confirm buy. Alright, so even if we get a loss, we'll take the loss because our stop loss is going to be very tight. I place a stop loss somewhere over here, around 10,000 rupees. And if you take profit, this is the 1:1 trade, okay, because this is a scalp and it's very tight, so it's not exactly the best trade, but we'll see how well it goes. I'll keep the stop loss slightly below this candle's wick. Okay, and modify the position. Alright, so we have just entered a trade. This is our very first trade of today. This, obviously, the market is a tricky market right now. In the morning, I had a little more, better chances to enter a trade, so I did enter. But right now, as I said, I had to start my YouTube channel today, so I have to make the video, right, whether it's profit or loss. So there we go. All right. So we have entered the trade right here. As you can see, I have already set my stop loss and take profit right here. If this candle goes up with a bull trend, so the reason why I have taken this trade, I've already explained it to you. Because if you see, right now it's basically the charges, right? So we have to cover up those charges. It might take a little while. I don't know for how long this trade might go up to. Maybe I'll fast forward if necessary. Anyways, if this candle takes support from one of these EMAs, then there is a chance that it will go up until this supply zone right here, like it went over here. The thing is there was a pullback already from here, so it could be that it's again going to go downwards to play and come back to this level. But again, that's a long way down, so we are not going for that trade right now. We are going to patiently wait for this one. So see, typically I take I try to maintain a risk reward ratio of 1:2. At least when I risk more bigger, I try to go for at least 1:2. This time, as per my capital size, this isn't much of a risk for me, so it's fine going for this small loss. For this, again, that's very individual preference. But at least 1:1 you need to have when you enter a trade. So I have placed that 1:1 trading scenario over here. So again, if you see in the 15-minute, we are bullish only. We are actually catching up right here, right? As you can see, this blue candle is forming, so there are very good chances that this trend could be continued and once again hopefully come a little more above somewhere in this range. But again, from my experience, what I've seen is once a breakout has just happened like 2-3 days back, the market is going to consolidate over there for a couple more days. So it's slightly unlikely that the already existing new high of the market is going to break it. But since it's already much closer and it's an all-time long position or uptrend, it is more logical to take a trend that plays in your favor, which is along the uptrend itself. So if you're risking for a short sell, that is you can do that, betting that the market will go down, but it's more probable that it goes this side. And if you're wrong, you could be wrong, but that's all right. You have at least done the analysis part on your end. So what we'll do is we'll just wait. Yeah, this zone right here is pretty tricky. We'll see. If this hits a target, then we are done for the day. So we'll just close it because morning's profit is already accounted for me. So I'm happy with that. And otherwise, otherwise, if it goes to the stop loss, then we'll see if there is an opportunity. The thing is, we cannot look for any other forex pairs because only crypto coins would be open today, so we cannot look at anything else. But still, for that matter, if we see a very good selling trend, then we'll change the direction and go for a short selling. If we see very good momentum and if we see a proper reversal of the trend, but right now there is no reversal in trend. It's mostly looking upward, so it doesn't make sense to go against that direction. So now once you have taken the trend, your trade, you just be patient. You wait at least until it hits your stop loss, or you wait for your target. You're not going to move from there, and that is one of the most important things. You don't move your target. If you have set up for a target, you wait for the target to hit. But if you observe a very good momentum, then only go for holding it. Otherwise, just take profit and just leave. Right? You're done for the day. And stop loss, again, I always recommend setting up stop losses, especially in trades like these, which could which is in very crucial zones, it could easily reverse and go against you, and it could blow out your capital if you do not have a good stop loss set. So it's always recommended to set your stop loss properly. And this is a 1:1 trade, even though I haven't set this properly because my profit is slightly more than stop loss. So it is a 1:1 trade. The reason why I've set a take profit over here is because it's very likely that again, once the market hits the blue line that I've drawn over there, which is a very strong resistance zone, supply zone. So it is very likely that from there the market might again bounce back. So it is a very important point. So if I get a breakout confirmation and it goes up for again a new all-time high, only then I'll be holding that trade. It'll make sense for me to hold the trade and wait until I make the bigger profits. But right now it's better to close this trade because we are in a very tight stop loss over here. We are going for a 1:1 trade. So we need to be very crucial, and we have to be very quick with our taking our stop loss as well as taking a profit. Because the only way you make money is when you protect your capital. At the end of the day, that's all trading is, right? You make money when you protect your capital. Because if you're losing more than you earn, then you're not making money overall. So you make money only when you protect your capital. So currently we can see, guys, we are we have reached our profit zone. Around 300 rupees we are above. That is looking good. Finally, we have covered all of our charges and it has come a little bit into the profit zone. Okay, guys, we are about 1,000 rupees. Let's hope that this momentum continues and it gives a very strong blue candle like this one right here. If it does, then we'll be done for the day and we'll quickly take our profit and be out of the trade. But this happens a lot of times. Gives you hope and then returns, that's the worst thing. But let's not lose hope. Let's obviously be patient. This is obviously a game of patience. You have to really be patient in order to become a successful trader. And being a successful trader does not mean that you take like all your trades are profitable all the time and you never make losses. No, that's bullshit. Being a profitable trader obviously means, let's say at the end of your month or at the end of the financial year, you come out profitable. But I personally try to keep a scenario of end of the month. At the end of the month, if I have a net profit, then I don't care. Even if it's just 5,000 rupees profit, I consider myself profitable. Or if it's like good, if it's a good month, like or on an average, even if it's 10, 20, that's great because I'm not a big trader, right? I'm just a beginner, just with 1 year of experience. It's more than enough for me. So you need to be very strategical in terms of your trade in that sense. So what you have to focus on is not on making the big bucks or big money. Like, your focus should be on becoming a real trader or taking your best trades. That's all what you should focus on, not to make the big money. Because if I deployed less and bought lesser lots, then I may probably make only 500 rupees profit on this if I win. But it's about getting my trade right, not right. I mean, even if it goes on the loss, that doesn't matter as long as, 1 second, guys. We are getting the strong blue candle. We are in a good profit zone right now. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, as I was saying, as long as you have done your analysis and you've taken a trade very as per your trading plan, and if you stick to the trading plan and not overtrade and everything, then you will become profitable at the end of the day. So that is what we'll be focusing on. So as you can see right now, so far the trade is looking good. We are almost up, almost 5,000 rupees in profit, 6,000 now. We are not going to get out, even though it might reverse back from here. That does not matter. Even if I make a loss after this, I know it's kind of sad, but if you have set your profit, you stick to that profit, and you do not set for anything lesser because you have set your profit already. And unless and until that's how you make money. Otherwise, you'll always just scalp even lower because already you're scalping, going for smaller profits. And if I reduce my take profit, unless if I feel like okay, now it's taking a huge supply over here, like resistance over here, then it makes sense to cut the trade. But if it's not, like if there's a momentum right like this right here, then wait until your trade hits. Even if it shows slight pullback, just wait until your trade is hit, because that's how you win. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult to sustain in the market. So be patient. Let's just see. I'll see in the 1 minute candle what's happening. So 1 minute, as you can see, guys, it's looking very, so far so good. It's looking properly bullish. So it makes sense to trail your stop loss if you want right here. Oh, well, there we go. We have closed the trade, my dear friends, as you would have just saw. With a profit of 10,000 rupees, we have closed the trade for the day. And see, as you can see right here, right after my take profit and the blue line that I marked, which is a strong supply zone, as I said, the market is resisting. That's why I kept the take profit right tight over there. Because now I cannot say what will happen. Most likely people will start selling and the market will again start falling. And that's going to go against our entire analysis. That's why it's very important to book your profits at the level where you want to get it booked. And because it's a very important level. So that's why I placed my take profit exactly over there. So that was it from my side. So this is my second profitable trade for the day. And I think I am okay. The market is good. It's coming as well. Anyway, once we have made our profits for the day, then we end the day. We do not overtrade and spoil it, right? So I closed. Yeah, as you can see, my two trades for the day. These were my trades. So this is July 13 morning when I took it. I had 14,000. Something was my capital, and now at right now the trade that I took, which is, again, don't mind the time zone. It might be a little bit crooked because of the platform that I'm using. Anyway, 10,000 rupees. So we are up almost 25,000 for the day. And I would say that is a pretty decent day. So I think this is where I'll be closing. And as you can see, it went as per my analysis and now it's returning back. Now it's a very difficult, dangerous zone to trade. So I'm not going to be entering a trade and going against a trend, go for a short sell. I'm not going to do that because in the past, I have short sell like that and lost a lot of money. And I learned this the hard way. And I'm trying to share the knowledge that I learned, at least in my small 1 year of day trading career. And I would like to share it with all of you. So that is it from my end for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. This is, as I said, my debut into the YouTube industry. I hope all of you could appreciate the video that I made. And I know it's a long format content, but I do not really focus on making short format because I kind of, I don't know where exactly I'm going to take this YouTube channel to, but as I said, this is my life documenting video. Entire playlist. As you can see, the market is falling. That's really beautiful. I mean, the colors are there. So as I was saying, this is I want to build this YouTube channel for documenting my journey through life, and wherever I reach someday in the future, I just want to see like how I did it when I look back. I want to know like how I did it, and I just want to see all the. Like I was completely clueless, and I was trying to figure my way out. I just wanna know what that would feel like, and hopefully I can also inspire a couple of tens or maybe a couple of hundred people, hopefully someday, to push themselves and do whatever it is that they're passionate about. So today I started my first video, and I was on a trading, usual trading setup in the day of a 22-year-old software engineer. So that's it from my side. Thank you for watching my video, and see you on the next one.